Fake it until you make it. Hello, my name is Bill. This is 6 Round Studio. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If you're a return visitor, thanks for being here. Today, we're going to work on color case finishing the 1905 Ithaca receiver. All right, and this is a follow-up on the video that we did last, looking at the chemical gels and seeing what we can do to get a good color out of it. I did some experimenting. I took the water table and I did some coloring there and did some experimenting with different colors, looking to see how it would react to this steel. And the results are reasonable. We're going to take what we've learned and start applying it to the shiny surfaces around the outside of the receiver and see if we can't simulate color case coloring. Let's get started. Now, I looked at several of SteelFX's videos on YouTube, looking to see what they could share with me, what they could teach me. And the process is pretty much the way he explained it in his instructions. There were some color basics that he applied, some things that he suggested for building colors. I'm going to try using that. I used that basic theory, or that basic information on the water table. So we're going to do that. We're going to start out by adding this is burnt copper. He had a regular copper solution that he used, but we're going to start out with the burnt copper. And what we're going to do is try and coat these random patterns with this burnt copper. Now, if you look at typical color case hardening or color case coloring, it tends to have this very copperish, golden, orange base color to it. So we're going to try and replicate that. Now, these gels, they're all water-based, so we're going to apply them, and to neutralize them, you actually neutralize them with water. Now, in my case, I'm using distilled water. I have a lot of iron in my water here locally in my well, so I'm going to try to use distilled. Whether that is important to this process or not, I don't know, but it is what I'm going to do. So we're going to start out with that burnt copper and just try to give it this underlying tone. Now, the recommendation is not to be particularly even in the coatings, just to be somewhat random. Because if you've ever spent time looking at any color case finishing, it always tends to be random. So we're going to do that. Now, worst case, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to polish it all back off again. I really hope not to do that, but we shall see. I mentioned in my last video talking about this, that the chemical or the gel has a kind of arid, almost acid-like fume or odor to it. Now, the way it was explained is that the longer the chemical sits, the darker the appearance. So in order to get that molted look, you want to be sort of random in how thick you put it in the different locations and then how long you leave it there. So it's definitely beginning to have an effect on the color of the steel. All right, I'm going to let that sit for a while, and then we'll neutralize it with the water, pull it all off, and go to the next color. All right, so we've got the copper on, and it gives it a little bit of a copper tinge. All right, so it doesn't look shiny silver anymore. All right, so let's go on to the next one. It's called Blue Halo. So the Blue Halo is the one that tends to give it the bluest malted appearance. So let's see how that looks. The gel is a little bit thinner on this one, so this is really pretty cool. I don't care. This is really cool. Oh, shoot. I had one viewer comment that this is just fake and then there's nothing like real color case hardening or finishing, and you know what? I can't argue that with him. But I'm going to tell you what, or I am telling you what, I'm still impressed with this. You've seen me do many times faux finishing on gun stocks when I've had to hide repairs. So I've gotten fairly good at that as a process, sort of understanding what it takes to fool the eye. And clearly that is what we're trying to do here. And what's nice about this is I'm doing it without any heat, you know, which has the potential to lead to damage and every time you do a color case, I'm not particularly not knowledgeable enough at it to speak particularly wisely about it, but I do know there's a lot of heat and that you do tend to get a lot of distortions as a result of using that excess heat or that tremendous heat on these metals. And I did not want to put this gun, this receiver, this metal, this whole metal through that process. So I have got to tell you what, by any definition, this is just really cool. Okay, so let's rinse this off, neutralize the chemical, and then we'll go to the last color. All right, what I find myself doing now is using a small artist brush. I'm touching up some of the little silver places that the color didn't take as dark as I'd like it to. So really just dabbing it on those areas of silver. My interest is not entirely darkening them because that molted finish that you get with color case has some silver in it, so I'm trying not to completely eliminate the silver. Overall, I'm seriously impressed with this. You know, even as a faux or different finish, I'm happy. I'm pleased with this. This is, as I said, this is an opportunity. So one of the things that I was thinking about after that comment that this isn't real color case, and it's not, but people pay a lot of money to have Cerakote. What's the difference if you put Cerakote or old-time bluing? It's still a coloring, it's still a coating. I mean, literally coming out of Ruger's, they have Cerakotes that are purple and pink and all these bronzes and all these interesting colors. Tell me what the difference is. Tell me why that Cerakote finish is any different than this. I'm faux coloring this, but it's still an incredible look. I'm just really pleased and impressed. Let's do a final rinse here. And I'll see if there's any extra spots that need to be touched up. I've got nothing bad to say about this at all. I'm done. I'm going to heat this up with a heat gun, and when I get that done, I'm going to put some oil on it. Then I'll let you guys see it. Again, I'm just really impressed by this, and I'll tell you who the guy is in the company when I'm done. One of the things I've always prided myself for as an artist and a craftsman is my ability to see and understand color. And I started learning faux finishing, 15, 20 years ago when I first did some repair work on an old piece of furniture that a guy asked me if I'd repair it so that he could give it to his daughter, and I did the repair, and then I had to make that repair disappear. So that was sort of my trial by fire. I really leaped in at that point and tried to understand the techniques for blending colors, and it wasn't a necessarily easy journey because I had spent a lot of time practicing. I have several books that I own that I read, learning how to mix up the colors, how to mix the binding agents. So again, I've always kind of prided myself at that ability, and I do that in a lot of these gun stocks that I repair. I have to, because it's almost impossible to do perfect repairs, and this is no exception. The color on this, it is not true color case finishing. I'm telling you, anybody that wants to argue that, I'm not going to, because you're right. But as a colored finish, as a colored patina, this is pretty amazing. I'm thinking that as I do more of these, I practice more at this, that it's going to get even more realistic. I see some of I see how the material, how the gel works, and you begin to learn from that process. This is much better than it would be silver or just plain steel. And this gun would not be right if I put a blued finish on this receiver. I'm happy with this. I'm impressed. Let's talk about this. I mentioned in the last video that I did some research and I kind of stumbled onto this. The name of the company is Steel FX, or Steel FX Patinas, and Bill Warden owns the company. He's the designer, and when you go to his website, when you go to his YouTube videos, he is not marketing these as anything other than what they are gels that add patina to the steel, and at that point you can do steel, copper, some aluminum, I guess, but truthfully, he doesn't market this as being a replacement for color case. He just says it's a patina, and it's up to you as the artist to understand the gels, the chemicals, and to use them and manipulate them as an artist in order to get the best results that you can. From my first time, I'm impressed. I'm happy with this. I'm going to do more of this. I'm going to learn more at how to create these molted color case finishes, and we'll get better at this each time. This is stunning. The client's not going to dislike this. I don't dislike this. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it out with other folks if you thought that it was worthy of sharing. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are trying to get to 5,000 subs by the end of the year, and I think we're going to do it, and I appreciate all of you guys for helping do that. Consider heading over to my Patreon page and support the channel over there. That money all goes back into the channel, the lights, the cameras, the software. I have to pay for all of this stuff. I have to pay for all of the subscriptions that I'm a part of in order to provide things like music and the software to do the editing as well. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.